Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Chilly Friday. I don't know if any of you are on the East Coast, but it sounds like they're getting a quote bomb. I had to look up what a bomb storm was. Comes from the word bombogenesis, I guess. Anyway, they're going to get a lot of snow. In Michigan, I think we're bypassing it. So let's warm up by starting to press our hands together. Yes. And then place your palms on your cheeks, and they're still cold, so we better move another way. All right. Let's take a moment to find our center. So rock forward and back. As you find midway between front and back. And then rock towards one way and then the other. And feel the opposite sit bone. One sit bone's heavier and the other one is lighter and lifting. Just a rocking kind of motion. Yes. And then let's come to center and lower your arms down by your side. Open up your fingers. And let's inhale, arms out to the side. Greet this day and bring your palms together in front of your heart. We're gonna do a few ohms. We haven't done that in a while. But ohms, chanting can be very good for the vocal cords, keeping them in gear, right? We got to keep them going. So we're going to do Om. Om really is vibration. The meaning of it, it's just vibration of the universe. It's not like we're saying anything that's a particular prayer. It's not a religious word necessarily, but you can almost think of it like a tuning. So we're going to take an inhale in. And then as we exhale out, we're going to say Om. And I'm going to, I'm not a singer or anything, but I'm going to extend it so you can hear it. And you're just going to go to the extent that is comfortable for you. And hopefully nobody's sleeping around you. So you can make some good sound. So we inhale. And then on the exhale, it's Om. So feel the vibration. You might not go as long as I do, or you might go longer. It's just the point to feel that vibration and to use your vocal cord. Let's do it a few more times. Inhaling and Om. Notice as you exhale, you might feel your belly pull in. So that's that exhale, that's that complete exhaling out, and that's what happens pretty naturally. One more time. Take an inhale in through your nose and Om. And you can practice that as much as you want. Just notice how there was that kind of, you could feel the vibration even in between your lips when you do it. Exhale, arms down. Let's bring the hands to the thighs. Round the spine. Pretend there's a big snowball on your lap. And then inhale, lift up and draw the shoulder blades towards each other. Back of the neck long. Remember what we did last week with the alignment. I think we talked about it Monday, but we'll do it again. Exhale, round the spine. Lean back. Chin towards chest. Shoulder blades are spreading. Inhale, we lift up. Heart rises towards the sky. You feel a little stretch in your belly, and the back of the neck is long. Good. Return to neutral. Lifting the right knee in towards your chest. Pull it in as you lift the spine tall. And then you're going to exhale and slowly extend the leg. Now you can place your fingertips underneath the thigh or not, and leg may come up or down. We're going to hold on to the side of the chair, and it's helpful to go towards the edge of the chair, not falling off the chair, so you feel secure. On your exhale, you're going to inhale and lift the leg. On your inhale, you're going to lower the leg. And if it's the opposite way, it's fine. No stress about that. Lifting and lowering, and lifting and lowering. One more time. Let's take the right arm out or left arm out to the side. I'm mirroring you. Spread your fingers. Perhaps lift the arm into cactus or overhead. Reach tall. Notice if you're leaning back, that's going to pull right here. Come a little bit forward. Maybe lift the other arm, interlace the fingers, and press palms upward. Relax your shoulders and exhale, lower the leg down, hands to your hips. Gently draw the elbows towards each other. Now imagine there's a string pulling upward from the back of your head, and you just keep growing longer and longer. And then we're going to start to move forward, lean forward until you feel a stretch. It's either going to be in perhaps the spine or back of the leg. Push down firmly through the left foot. On your next inhale, take your hands to the side of the chair. Leg may lift, pull it in, give it a big hug, and circle it around. It's so important that we do these joint freeing exercises because our bodies get super, super duper stiff in this cold. It's so cold, at least. And then pull it back in and then cross it over. Now, so if stuff is going on in the hip and it's tight, you might be here. You might put your foot on a block. You might put your foot on 2 blocks. That'll open it up a little bit more. So it just depends where you're at, or cross it on over. Cross it on over. And then we lift tall. And then we take our arms out into cactus. Good. We're going to twist towards your right. Head turns last. Foot is flexed even though we can't see it. So push your heel away towards the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale towards the left. Breath is in. And breath is out. Inhale to center. Keep the elbows coming towards each other. Oh, I see Nora Lynn. She's back. Lean forward, hands at your hips. Maybe one hand comes to your foot and you can press gently into it. Maybe the other hand comes to your knee. Draw the shoulders up and back. Maybe you take one arm forward. These are always maybes, right? Because you stop where it's best for you. Notice what's going on in your body. And then that's how we make a decision mindfully. Maybe the other arm comes forward. Good. Make a fist with your hands. Maybe bend your elbows in towards your shin. Inhale, open it up. Open up your fingers, lengthen. Exhale, pull it in. Good. One more. Reach. Pull in. All right. Going for a twist. We're going to go towards the right. Elbow almost touches knee. Inhale back to center. Elbow almost touches foot. Maybe, maybe not. Back to center. These are always maybes, right? Because it's not necessarily the goal for the elbow to touch the knee. We're going to our range of motion. Inhale to center. One more time. Maybe gaze, make a little, push your fingertips into each other and look up at your elbow. And here we are. Let's extend the leg. Place the heel down. Hold on to the side of the chair for balance and stability. Point the toes away and towards you and away, and circle it around and about. Really move the joint. Good. Drag the heel back in. Let's do a few cat cows. Hands to the knees or the thighs, round the spine. Inhale, lift it up, draw the shoulders up and back. Feel the blades move in. Your heart is lifting towards the sun. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Take your hands down by your side, lifting the arms. Push down through your feet and your hips. Relax the shoulders. Side bending towards the right. If you want, you can take your right hand to your left forearm or wrist. An option. Inhale, arms rise, relax the shoulders down. Other way. Other way. Tack the hips down. Tack, tack, tack. Good. Inhale, we rise up. Exhale, hands at the heart, midway. Let's take an Om here. And you're going to inhale in and exhale and Om, nice and loud. Make sure everybody hears you. Vibration of the universe. We'll do it again. Inhale in. Exhaling Om. You can feel it with your thumbs touching the heart. And let's bring the left knee in towards us. Give it a big hug. Big hug. Pull it, press it in towards your belly. That's right. Now take an inhale in and you feel the belly expand into your thigh. And then exhale out and the belly moves in a little bit. Interlace your fingers underneath the thigh. Extend the leg. May not extend all the way yet, right? Hands come to the sides of the chair. Exhale, lower the leg down. Inhale, it rises. Exhale, it lowers. Inhale, it lifts. It's always going to, could be a millimeter that it's lifting. It could be up to knee height, anywhere in between. Perhaps you take your right arm out to the side. Feel your shoulder blade on your back here. That feels really good. The blade's moving in towards the spine. You can feel your muscles working back behind there. Even, it doesn't matter whether elbow is bent or not, you can feel your shoulder blade moving into your spine. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, let's take the arms up overhead. Gaze upward, eyes towards fingertips. Exhale, arms out to the side. Fingertips are towards your hips. Gently pulling the belly in as you lean forward, supporting the spine, pressing the heel down. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, rise up, pull the knee back in towards you and find your option for the hip opener on the left side. Might be anything like this, one block, no block, or ankle over thigh. Inhale, our arms lift up. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Good. Take one hand to your foot and one to your knee as you lean forward. Now you stop. Like if you feel a sensation and you're up here, then that's the sensation. We don't want to push through sensation necessarily. And it's not necessarily, not necessarily. It's really not a great idea to push through pain. That causes injury. So you feel sensation, then you stop. Now you can make a decision once you feel the sensation, whether you want to go any further. That's the mindfulness. Check in with your breath. You may take one arm forward, or maybe both. You might pull the elbows in towards the shin. Make a fist. Yes. Now inhale, open it up. Exhale, pull the elbows in. Now, as you pull the elbows in, if your elbows are touching the shin, then push your shin into your elbows. Yep. Reach, pull in, press down through your feet, lift on up. Feel your fingertips perhaps touching each other. You're holding a snowball in your hands. Pull the palms down to heart center. We're going to twist towards our left. Elbow may touch knee. It may or may not. We might gaze up towards the left elbow. Inhale to center. Arms lift up. Exhale, elbow towards its left elbow towards left foot. May or may not touch. Hello, Oscar. How are you? Oscar had a birthday the other day. He turned 3. Inhale back to center. He's very mature now, very wise. And Oscar, don't take the wires out, okay? All right. Right elbow towards left knee. Come back to center. One more twist. Breathe in. Breathe out. Push down firmly through your right foot. Rise up, leg extends, and exhales and lowers down. Pushing heel down into the earth. Point your toes away on the left foot. Inhale them towards you, and then circle around. I'd say paint in the snow with your toes, but I don't know about that. It was really cold yesterday. Oscar likes to eat the snow. Yes, he does. Hello, Oscar. You're very active this morning. And pull the heel back in. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, hands at the heart for an Om. Inhale. Exhaling, Om. What do you think of that, Oscar? Lift our heels up. Exhale, lower the heels down. I do not want to push down on your tail, okay? Because that won't be fun. I'm moving this over here. I don't want you screeching into the camera. Let's go wide for goddess pose. I'm sorry to disturb you. All right, toes are outward, heels are inward. Find the stance again. It's gonna, if the inner thighs are super tight, your stance could be here. Yep, and you can take your hands and press them gently into your inner thighs, and your inner thighs can press into your hands. Good. Now notice the ribs might fall forward, so pull them back, and then push down through the feet, across the balls of the feet, and take your left shoulder towards the right. Inhaling, arm follows. Now, like you're searching for something with your binoculars, go towards the left. Inhale back. Circle the arm up towards a side bend. Rest your forearm on your thigh. That's your right forearm on your right thigh as you extend. Press down to your feet, heels rise. Good. Exhale, lower the heels down. Hands are at the heart. Feel the shoulder blades on your back here. And then make sure you're anchoring your sit bones down. If the sit bones, this is how you know. If you are leaning forward, the top of the pelvis is leaning forward. It's like you have a nice warm bowl of soup and it is spilling over. So I don't know if you guys like making soup this time of year, but I love it. We're going to pull the the top of the pelvis back, the sitting bones press down. Now let's take the right shoulder towards the left, extending the arm. Now push down through your feet so you don't fall over. Keep anchoring your sit bones down. Reach, reach, reach. Circle over towards the right, back to the left, and then arm is over ear, forearm is on thigh for your side bend. Take a breath in, enjoy the side bend. Make sure you're not spilling your warm soup, so pull the pelvis back. We refer to the pelvis as like a pelvic bowl, a bowl. So right now, a nice warm bowl of soup sounds good. Push down through your feet, rise up, and pull your feet back towards each other. Let's do a thigh stretch seated. So we're going to turn. Well, there's two options. One is you can hold on to the sides of the chair and move forward. This one is not my preference, but I show it because some people like it. It can cause a cramp in your foot. So I'm just warning you, you might want to put a blanket down. I know I make this sound really exciting, but the other way, there's advantages to each way. So you can place your foot down and then lean forward and the top of the foot is pressing down. We really do want to warm up our feet. If this causes a cramp, then step back down on it, go, let it go, and then give it a little time, a few breaths, and maybe go back in again. So as the top of the foot presses down, lift up. Now, if you're not feeling a stretch quite yet here, don't worry, we will get further into it. You can either press the foot back a little bit more, make sure you're holding on to the side of the chair. No falling, please. No falling, please. Pull the ribs back, lift tall again. Now I'm starting to feel a stretch. The more we lift up and pull our ribs back, the more of a stretch you're going to get. Then bring that leg back up again. We're going to do the other side. Then I'll show you the stretch the other way. So it's really important to get into this area. We do a lot of sitting, and when we sit, this area gets short. So we gotta lengthen it. All right, so we're going to drag now the other foot back. Toes are going back. If it cramps, pull it out and begin again after you give it a little break. You also could massage your foot a little bit. So again, I'm feeling nothing at this moment. So I'm going to pull my ribs back, hold on to the side of the chair. Maybe the leg goes back a little bit further. Push your hips down. Use your left foot and push it down. And then notice what you feel. And we'll come on out of that. Now we're going to turn towards our right. Again, you might have a blanket here and you might use a block or a pillow, a firmer pillow, but just so you see. And again, cramping does happen in the feet for sure. So here we go. And we're going to, once we face the right, you're going to take the right sitting bone, make sure it's on the chair and you're holding on to the side of the chair. But your left sitting bone can be off of the chair. Then we're going to lower down. Now, the block can support your knee. I didn't quite put it in the right place there. So it looks like this. And you have options. You can curl the toes under, or you can have the foot flat. Is there a better way? Not necessarily. What we're going for, if the foot is flat, you're getting more of a stretch to the front of the ankle. If the toes are curled under, this is more muscular action. Now hug your legs towards each other. Anchor that right hip down. Now holding on to the back of the chair, we might lift up through the outside arm. Reach up, relax the shoulder down. Hug the legs towards each other. If you're not feeling it, you can go ahead and extend more. Until you do. You want to try to keep the the knee and the hip, everything in alignment. So we don't want the leg out there. That's not going to be great for the knee. And then with the arm up, you might feel now a lengthening across the whole front of the left side of the body. If you want, for a little extra, you can do a twist here. So you can take your left hand and place it on the chair and the right hand and face towards the back of the chair. Take a breath in and a breath out. If you have any lower back pain, you need to tone your belly. I would come out of it first, tone the belly, and then maybe move back into it again. But to tone the belly, we push down through the right sitting bone and hip, pull the legs towards each other, then maybe we go back into the twist. And then we're going to come out of it by bringing the left foot back to meet the right. And we will do the other side. And then we'll go down to the earth since it's on the Earth Friday. And here we go. So we're facing now the left side, sitting tall and mountain, holding on to the back of the chair with your left hand or arm, and then making sure that your left sitting bone is on the chair, the right one can come off. You decide. You can have foot down or toes curled under, or you can play with both of them. You can play with both of them. We're going to anchor down now through the left hip. And maybe you get to decide whether you want to extend the leg back to get a little more of a stretch, or this is just right where it's at. Ribs pull back. Spine lifts tall. Arm, outside arm may lift up. Now you can, if you feel balanced, lift both arms up. That's always an option. Make sure you feel secure on your chair. Hug your legs towards each other. Then we might draw the arms down and take the hands to the back of the chair. Belly's toned here. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, feel length, lifting up through the center of your body. Exhale out through your nose. And now we will come on out of it. So the best thing to do is bring that outside knee forward and then turn back to center. So there's no torquing of knees and legs and hips and all that. All right, we're going to slowly work down towards the earth. Since we were playing with vibration with the Om, I want to show you one other yoga breath. It's called Brahmari. Brahmari is translated often as bee's breath because it sounds like a bee. And you're making the sound, your lips are closed, and you can have your hands at your heart, or the traditional way to do it is to block all of your senses. So you would take your pinkies to your lips and then your ring fingers to your nostrils, and perhaps your you could use your pointer fingers or your middle fingers at your corner of your eyes, and then your thumbs touching your ears. Then we do the bee's breath, and you'll feel the vibration more. So I know sometimes these things that look silly and sound silly, but these are traditions that are really old. So here we go. Now you can also hum. And you can play with it by putting your tongue to the roof of your mouth. That one's fun too. So one more time. Notice how the belly tones. So vibration is awesome, kind of brings us back to equilibrium. That breath has been studied. I've heard many people who specialize in anxiety and depression, they actually, yoga therapists prescribe that breath for people who feel depressed. So let's go down to the earth. Blanket, strap, blocks, and I'll meet you down there. You want to place your chair so you're coming down safely. You might put padding under your knees to come on down. Holding on to the seat of the chair. Maybe you take one knee down first and then the other, and then moving the chair off to the side. And we will find our way to table pose. Table pose. Now you might have the blanket under your knees. And we're going to spread our fingers. Now, if your wrists are sore, you can roll your mat a little bit and place your palms on the roll, the wrist line on the roll, and your fingers are off of it. You can also roll a little towel and put it there too. It can be very helpful. We do want to find the range of motion. As long as you're not feeling acute pain, we do want to get this flexion in the wrist going. All right. So here we are, we're in table. We want our knees under our hips and our palms slightly forward of our shoulders. And you can spread your fingers thinking of rays of the sun, and then claw the mat with your fingertips. We don't want to feel like we're dumping in the wrist, but more the weight's going forward towards the finger ridges. Let's do a cat, round the spine, belly pulls in, upward, in and up, and then reverse it. Belly swoops down, sit bones rise, back of the neck is long. One more time, round it. So this is great weight bearing. So important for our upper body as well. Reverse it. Now, find your neutral table. So that's where we want to pull. We're going to anchor our sit bones down to our knees. That's like angling them down. That's the pelvic bowl coming back to neutral. Ribs lifting. Feel your shoulder blades on your back. Now I want you to feel, it doesn't look like you're doing anything, but I want you to slightly bend your elbows so they're micro bent, and then pull your palms away from each other. No one can see it, but you feel the work going on. Now, pull your palms towards each other. Feel your shoulder blades on your back. We're gazing down, but our head isn't down. Our head is up. So our head is level with our spines. The crown of your head is if there was a beam of light on the top of your head, it's going right through to the wall in front of you. Extend your right leg back behind you, push the heel away. And toes can curl down, helping to stretch this back of the calf, moving through the foot, rolling through it. And then you may keep the toes down or lift it up. Hip is toning, toes are downward. Maybe left hand moves forward. Maybe it goes onto a block. Maybe it lifts up. Thumb is upward. Thumb is upward, palms are in towards center. You can have any combination, hand down, leg up, hand down, toes down, arm up. Breathe in and breathe out. Lower the left hand down. Let's do a yoga push-up because we love these, right? We're pulling our elbows towards each other, leaning forward, toning the belly. Exhale, bend the elbows in towards you. Inhale, push down through your palms, rise up. Toes can be down, no worries on that end. Exhaling, lowering down, belly's in, go slow. It's not about taking your chin down there because we lose engagement of the muscles. We want to keep the muscles engaged. So go slow and then push down, rise up, take a little break, circle your hips around and about one way and then the other. And let's actually lean back a little bit and come up onto spider hands. Give the wrists a little break. Let the hips sway one way to the right and then to the left, like you're drawing a smiley face, to the right and to the left. And maybe you'd like to do a few little wrist circles. Take a little break there. We don't want to put undue stress on our hands, but we do want to strengthen them. We want to strengthen the hands, and the more we do, the more we're going to get out of those wrists. That's the joint. So when you're putting your hands down, your fingers are spread. Now, not so spread that you're stressing out, but there's space in between your fingers. Then you're pushing your fingertips down into the sticky mat. So here we go again. Palms down. If you were drawing a line, your wrist would be about lining up with your shoulder, and your hands are about shoulder distance apart. Claw the mat, extending the left leg back. Let's push the heel away. Oop, I always feel a little tighter on the left side. Notice what you feel. Rolling through the foot. Feeling a stretch in the back of the calf. And then perhaps lifting the leg up. We got to tone the belly, and then the toes are down. The heel is up. Your right toes could be curled under, by the way, or it could be flat down. Toes are down or up, and then we extend it, the right arm, the right fingertips forward or up. Find your combo that's right for you. Gaze is forward and down. If your head is too far down, it's going to throw you off and posture off. So think about your arms and your ears lining up. Is it going to be perfect? No, not necessarily. Thumb is up. Breathe in. Breathe out. You might imagine you're pressing your palm into a wall. You might imagine you're pressing the big toe side of your foot into a wall. That helps you come to your midline. Let's exhale, lower the right palm down and find a few push-ups. So you're leaning forward, ribs come to the back of the shirt. Exhale, slowly lower down, elbows in towards each other, push down, rise up. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, we rise up. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, we rise up. Lower the toes. Bring the foot back in. And let's find a child pose. So you get to decide whether your knees are towards each other. It's going to be more looking like this with belly towards thighs, or knees apart, toes together, a little bit more of an inner thigh and hip opener. Hips may or may not go down all the way towards your heels. If your knees are pinching, a few things, make sure you have a blanket under your knees, but also you may place a rolled blanket in between your knees. I'm just going to show it with this mat since it's right here, but this can be helpful to prevent any pinching. The other thing it does is helps to stretch out the calf. When you have something like this, it can be very therapeutic to lean back onto it, and it gets into those tough muscles there, breaks through some of the fascia, loosens it up. And then you might walk your arms towards the right for a crescent shape pose. And take 3 to 5 breaths here. And then walk your hands towards the left. Hips may move to the right. The more you keep your arms like kind of on a diag, the more you're going to feel a stretch through the right side of your body. And then inhale to center and rise on up. Let's take this roll out of here, put it back. Got to be feng shui, right? And then we're going to come on down onto our sit bones. You could be on a blanket or not for this part because we're doing boat pose. If it feels better, then sure. And if you have a block, take it and place it in between your thighs. And then you're going to bring your hands to the front of the shins. Lift tall. Be right here. Heart is lifted. Heart is lifted. You might take one hand on your heart and gently press into it and then upward. So you're pushing in and up. That helps to lift your heart. If you wanted, you could take both, but that's going to require, I don't want you to have any back pain. So if you feel that, then bring your hands back down to your thighs. So we're pushing into the heart and then lifting the skin upwards towards the collarbone. And now we're going to take our hands back to our thighs or potentially behind your hips. Draw the shoulders up and back. Maybe you lean a little bit further back. Maybe you lift a leg, push it down, press it, release it down. Inhale, the left one lifts. Exhale, lower it down. Let's take a break. Give yourself a hug. Wrap your arms around your shins. Little break. And we will go again. So we lift tall. You might take your hands this time behind the thighs. Now that you know what it feels like to lift your chest, take a breath in, a breath out. Maybe you lean a little bit further back. Maybe you release one arm. Then maybe you play with releasing the other arm. If it feels okay to you, you can release both arms. Palms are facing each other. Inhale, rise up, give it a little break. Little teeny break. We'll go again. Lean back. This time we might let one arm go towards the left or both and then switch it up. Yeah, that's fun, isn't it? And then switch it up and switch it up and hands back to the shins. And let's come on down to our backs. Actually, no, let's do butterfly pose first. So sorry about that. You can sit on a blanket. Most people need to because their knees are higher than their hips. I'm going to show you a little variation here. Some people really like it. You can place a block in front of you or a book or pillow and place your feet on it. And some people like this because it helps angle the femur bone down into the socket. So butterfly is traditionally like this with the feet down. And you may want to put a block under both knees. So this is a possibility of knees resting here. Notice what you feel. If this is a lot of stress in any way, or if it just feels like it's just not right, try this. Try this where you put your feet on a block and see how that is. I like it. I mean, I like both ways. And then hands on your shins. You also can experiment with how far the block is from you. That's going to change the stretch. So notice what you feel. The stretch is generally around here. We lift tall. Let's take some breathing in and out. We're going to do the count to 4 in and count 4 out. So the back, first we're going to count in and then out and then in and out for the 4 counts. And then we're going to switch it up to the box breath. So let's do a few of these. If 4 is too long, go to 3. And if you feel like you want to go to 5, go to 5. So here we go. I'm going to do 4. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, belly's expanding on the inhale. Exhaling, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you can keep doing that. And if you'd like to go to box breath, we're holding the breath. It's like suspended in between each inhale and exhale. So this is how it goes. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding, 4, 3, 2, 1. A few more times. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4. Lifting tall. Holding, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pausing, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pausing, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, 3, 2, 1. Pausing, 3, 2, 1. All right, let butterfly go. Let it fly away, migrate, right? The monarch butterfly migrates far. Shake your legs out. Sit tall, hands by the side of your hips. Now, you can use a strap around your feet or not. Or you can have your hands by your side. There's not a right or a wrong way. If it feels good to push your feet into the strap, go for it. It gives you a little bit of reference to push your feet in. Big toe mounds away. We sit tall. This is a pose right here. Now, notice if your lower back has a big curve in it. So anchor your hips down, belly tones. Breathe in and breathe out. And now you might start to walk your hands down the thigh towards your feet, or you can let go of the strap and use your hands. You will start to feel a stretch through the back of your legs. So notice what you feel and make your adjustments forward or back with your spine based on what you feel. The feet are flexed. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time, inhaling and exhaling. And then walk your hands back towards your hips. And we're going to do a stretch with the leg out to the side. So taking your right leg out to the side. Again, bend your left knee. If you want to use the strap, you can. You don't have to. I'll show it with and without. So strap might go around the right foot and you're pulling the toes towards you. Now you get to adjust. Should the foot be more forward, leg forward, or is it going to go more out to the side? That's going to depend on you, your inner thighs for sure, and your spine. So we're getting a good stretch. A lot of people say to me this time of year, I just want a good stretch. Right? So let's get that really good stretch here. You might point and flex your foot, toes towards you, away from you, circle the ankle around and about, pulling the toes in. Breathe in, breathe out through the nose, in through the nose, and out through the nose. Now you can stay right here. You may be feeling quite enough. If you'd like, you can walk your fingertips forward. It will become a little bit more intense. Now, if the legs tends to lock, you can place a rolled towel or something like pillow underneath your knee if it locks. Because if it's locking, you're not getting a great stretch back there. So better to have something behind the knee. And Stay for about 3 to 5, even 10 breaths. The more you stay in, the more you may enjoy it. We do offer a stretch class on Thursdays, and one of the comments was, can we stay in these poses longer? And of course we can. And you should, because you want to listen to what your body is telling you. It's communicating all the time. We just have to listen. And then we slowly walk our hands towards us. Come on up and let's switch sides. So now we're going to bend the right knee and take the left leg out. And I didn't mention it, but just like in butterfly, you might put a block underneath your knee that's bent out to the side. Strap around foot potentially. And so you're just pulling the toes towards you and the foot towards you. If it locks, stick something underneath that knee. We sit tall. We anchor hips down, pull the belly in and up. And this may be enough to just be right here. You may be feeling the stretch right here. You might adjust the leg outward or inward. And then when you're ready, maybe you start to tilt the pelvis forward. So now all the soup is coming out of the bowl. We're tilting the pelvis forward, but we're also lengthening the hips back and down so that we don't lift our buttocks off the earth. Soft breathing in and out. Breathing in and breathing out. And then we'll slowly come on up and roll onto our backs for bridge pose. You may keep a blanket by the side as we start to wind down here. So coming onto your backs, feet outside your hips. Walk your shoulders towards your ears so you get nice and long. And then your arms can be down. They can be actually in cactus and bridge if your arm isn't bumping into a wall. And then, or they can be in robot with palms facing each other and elbows down by your side. We're going to push down through our feet and through the upper arms and elbows, and maybe walk the elbows or arms underneath us. Now you want to make sure the back of your neck is not pushing into the mat. That means a flat neck and it's stressful for it. So you got to press down through the back of your head where you feel that little bony part. Now, if it's stress on your neck, come on down. Come on down. Not worth it. And we're going to exhale, slowly release the hips down. One more time, push down through your feet, lift your hips, tone your hips, pull your heels towards you, feel even more toning. Take a breath in, the chest lifts up towards the chin. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Slowly lower the hips down. Bringing the right knee in towards you, give it a hug. You may extend the left leg out. Push the heel away. For our final hip opener twist. So you can allow the knee, the right knee, to fall towards the left. You can use your left hand on your knee, and the right arm can be resting on a rolled blanket. If it's lifting up, if the shoulder is off the earth, that's a nice thing to do. We want to try to tack the shoulder downward and the head of the arm bone downward so that you're getting a stretch through the front. the front of the shoulder and across the collarbone. The head may turn towards the right. Attune to your breath, become aware of the breath and how it feels in this pose. Releasing and letting go. Then roll back, and we're going to switch sides. Pull the left knee in towards you, give it a hug, drag your right heel away. And you might feel a nice lengthening through the front of the thigh. And then use your hand to guide the knee over towards the right. Make your adjustments so that you can take several breaths here and feel the twist. Turning the head last. And maybe you make a decision. How does your head feel to turn in your neck? You want to try to keep the head in line with the spine. Our perception changes when we're lying down. And then inhale, we roll back, bring both knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Roll right and left. Maybe make circles, knees coming in towards you and away. And reversing it, feeling a massage on both sides of the spine. And then find your way to your final pose. So that may be feet on the chair. It may be straight down with a bolster under your knees. Some of you might put your feet up the wall. This is the process of letting go in this pose. It's the process of relaxation, of conscious relaxation. If you fall asleep, you fall asleep. You're home on this wintry weekend. Allow the breath to just be. The lips are gently closed. And you may find that inner smile. Inhale, I'm breathing in. Exhale, I'm smiling. That could be your mantra. Inhale, I'm breathing in. And exhale, I smile. Picture that smile inside you. Not just the outward smile that we see, but feel the smile within. As you relax and let the feet go, the legs and feet are flopping open, releasing, holding, letting go. Shoulders relaxing on the earth. The back, the shoulder blades, the arm bones, and the hands. Relaxing any tension that you feel in your face or your jaw. And just be. Inhale, I'm breathing in. Exhale, I'm smiling. Stay as long as you want in your resting pose. I highly encourage it. When you're done, you can have some golden milk sometime during the day. You can use any type of milk you want. Almond, coconut, cashew, whole milk with turmeric and maple syrup, a little cinnamon, black pepper. It's awesome. Bring the palms together as you find your way to seated if you are closing your practice. We bow in, acknowledging the light. The light is in each one of us. We are all connected. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste, everyone.